Eyebrow raise? This seems to be fixed in place. Examine frog. You're a
You're
frog.
a frog.
What?
Hmm.
Say it ain't so.
Let's try our inventory.
You're not holding anything. Help. Let's see. Push button, interphone, blue climb stairs, up the box, read pamphlet, pour orange juice in the glass. That was just an example. There's no juice in space. That was just an example. There are no plates in space. That's awesome. You clamber across the ladder. Captain's quarters. This looks like an all-purpose living area. A sleeping pod sits next to a nightstand. A ladder leads to the foyer. An oriental rug lies in the center of the aft wall. Is that foray? I don't know. I can pronounce it foray. Nightstand. The nightstand offers a single drawer, which is closed.
Ooh.
You open the drawer, revealing a thick manual. It's a manual for the navigation computer in the command module. After leafing through it, you feel confident you understand how to use the interface well enough to set up a route back to Bug Mars. Your score has gone up by 2 1/8 points.
See, it always comes back to fractions.
Yep. Clamber across the ladder. Command module. Okay, you're back in the command module. Apparently it's understood as far as use controls. What you want to do with the controls? Maybe it needs like use control deck.
Set destination.
Or that, yeah.
That's it.
You definitely plot a course back to Bug Mars. The engines roar, and you feel G-forces shift. The ETA reads 57 3/5 years. Huh. You run a diagnostic and determine that the vast majority of the time is going to be spent going through bug customs. Luckily, you can sleep through most of it. Your score has gone up by 3 1/3 points.
Nice. Nice.
Awesome. Awesome. You're doing pretty good. I wonder how many fruit you have. Fruit. I don't understand that. I was just asking. That's not a hint or nothing.
You should probably sleep.
Sleep. There's nowhere to sleep here.
Die.
Climb ladder. Captain's quarters again. Your head has barely touched the pillow when an alarm begins repeating. Perfume chamber empty. You will wake up cranky. You assume it's going to stop eventually, but a couple minutes later it still hasn't. You get up. There's no way you can sleep like that. You're not even going to try again until you've dealt with the no perfume situation.
What?
The sleeping pod looks like a bed with a lid, but you have to assume it's got some sort of suspended animation functionality. I mean, right? There's a hole on top next to a gauge reading empty.
He's thinking.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand what you want to examine. Okay, same description as earlier. And module. Aft. Yeah, pretty sure the first time I played this game, I was like, huh, I've never heard of aft. Through the porthole, you can see a background of stars shifting as the ship gently spins. The constellations are all unfamiliar to you. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I meant to look up aft and never did. ETA on the computer. So I guess our next goal here is to fix the sleeping pod somehow. You'll have to be more specific to what you want to do with controls. Get bug
Fuck.
custom. That's a shame. Surprising knows what skip is. Well, let's see. Enter phone booth. Climb stairs. It is really funny there's a whole inventory system. I wonder how many items there even are.
Hmm.
You got any ideas, Ransom? You want help, Ricky? I don't actually remember for sure what to do, but...
If it's possible to do, it must be good and wise.
That's a fair point. Fall to the circular room, meet a port. Go through porthole. It's not a place you can go.
Hallway?
Play ship. Hallway.
Go to hallway?
I don't think there is a hallway. Does it mention that?
Yeah, it hasn't said anything about a whole thing.
Yeah, no, it says it's basically a ship in the shape of a ship. It's a room in shape of a ship. And you got the porthole, the glowing display, the control deck, and the ladder. Break display. You can't just go breaking things on a spaceship. You'll punch a hole in the hole. What happens if you just say punch hole? You can just okay. It seems like okay. There you go. Perfume. Some sort of.
Can you examine the room again?
Around.
Man, gamers in the 80s just had it good, huh?
Yeah. I think you need to, like, because there was this room and then there were two other rooms, right?
The walls of this circular room curve to meet at a point that must correspond to the curved nose of the outer hull.
I was thinking the
Right.
other room. Can you go in the other room?
Yeah, you're in a spaceship. This is like the main room at the top or whatever. Captain's quarters. Living area with a sleeping pod and a nightstand. You already got the thing out of the nightstand.
Have we fucked with the rug?
Yeah, there's a rug. Okay. This decorative oriental rug sits in the center of the room. Looking at it more closely, it doesn't quite lay flat on the floor. There's a significant dip around the middle. Oh no, like, yeah, lift the rug. Moving the rug, you discover a recessed hatch below it. Your score has gone up by 2/5 of a point. Open hatch. You have to work it a bit, but after you give the wheel a few spins, the hatch pops open.
Alright, here we go.
And maybe go into
Enter.
hatch. Okay, you slip through the hatch. Engine room. Nearly every surface in this room is covered with a sticky pink goop, which seems to be thicker near a gray machine sitting in the corner. A hole in the wall exposes a nest of wires. There's a hatch leading back to the captain's quarters to the foyer. Eat goop. You're not hungry. He has been eating a lot of bugs. The machine consists of a spigot aimed at a flat platform. A handwritten sheet of paper has been hastily taped over the base of the platform. This is the out-of-order note included in your game package. Oh wait, out-of-order note included in your game package. Collect goop. The goop is stuck to the surfaces. It's great goop. Well, maybe we can examine the machine or something.
Get paper.
Or like, we already examined the paper. You rip the note off, leaving a fluttering piece of electrical tape behind and revealing a control panel. Ooh. Most of the control panel is rendered unusable by the sticky pink goop. You see a row of what look like radio preset buttons, all but 2 of which are stuck. There's also a big red lever. None of these are legibly labeled. The machine whirs. Dispensing mom's specialty, a voice says. Pink goop streams out of the faucet, splashing against the flat platform and getting everywhere. A couple drops land in your mouth, and you recognize the flavor. Bacon milkshake.
Oh,
Atmospheric anomaly detected, a different voice says. A whirring sound ensues, and the bulk of the goop is sucked into invisible vents, leaving just enough goop floating around to be gross and annoying. Atmosphere purified, the voice says triumphantly. You can't get a meaningful amount just by collecting loose goop. Alright, we're back. Had to pause for a second.
So let's
Still just as lost as
examine buttons.
we had to pause because we got a notification saying Casey died.
Yeah.
Yeah, rip. Anyway, two of these presets.
He's with Chris now, in a better place.
Yeah. I don't think Casey's in the same place Chris was. 2 of these presets look like they're not completely ruined by pink goop. The rightmost one is depressed and the left one is raised. The raised button clicks into place and the previously selected button pops up. Local currency, says a robotic voice. The raised button clicks into place and the previously selected button pops up. Mom's specialty, says a robotic voice. This is awesome. I love pressing buttons. Local currency. Maybe 11.
James, don't tell me what to fucking do.
I'm sorry, I'm just a voice in the machine. The machine whirs, dispensing local currency, a voice says. A thick stream of Zorkmids shoot out of the faucet, bounce off the flat platform, and scatter around the room.
Why are you trying to eat everything?
Because those are the bugs we've been eating, bro.
Are they?
They're called Zorkmids. Yeah, the score earlier was in Zorkmids and fruit.
Yeah, I didn't know the Zorkmids were the bugs. I'm gonna be real.
Get them.
Get to Zorkmids. You spend a few minutes gathering up the scattered Zorkmids. Your score has gone up by 1/3 of a point.
Yes.
Finally. You're not holding the out of order note. You're holding the out of order note and Zorkmids. Okay. Mom's specialty. Dispensing mom's specialty. More pink goop streams out, splashing against the flat platform and basically getting everywhere. Alright, atmosphere purified again. Yep, that should be enough. Definitely enough Zorkmids.
Alright.
That doesn't go there.
That doesn't go there.
That doesn't go there.
What can we do with a Zorkmid?
A lot, surely.
And a note. Is there anything else in here?
Nearly every surface. Yada yada yada. Yada yada yada. There's a hatchling back in the captain's quarters to 4. I did Google the pronunciation of 4. It is 4. Appearing in the exposed machinery, you can see it looks like an empty coffee can that you're guessing doesn't belong there. Oh! Good can.
Yeah.
You twist the can and it eventually comes loose, but you've ripped the insulation out of an adjacent wire in the process, and it begins sparking as it comes in contact with an adjacent strut. You glance down at what you've taken. Huh. It really is a coffee can. What next?
Fuck.
Can on platform. You place the can below the spigot.
Alright.
Dispensing mom's specialty. It mostly gets everywhere, but the coffee can does end up filled. You grab the can. You already have that. I guess it's in your inventory.
Okay, I got
Holding
the
the out of
goop.
order note, it's in the can of pink goop. Go to quarters. Alright, captain's quarters. I don't understand what you want to put the goop in.
Try just hole?
I mean, there's a... I don't know. Whatever the pods thing was called. Examine perfume. The sleeping pod looks like a bed with a lid. We got to assume it's some... Blah, 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 blah. There's a hole on top next to a gauge reading empty. Put goop in hole. You bring the can close to the hole, and the hole sucks the pink goop right in. The nearby gauge fills up. Your score has gone up by 9/2 of a point. Wait, 9/2. You try to sleep, but you can't. That bare wire loose in the engine room might start a fire.
Fucking...
Engine room. Gammon wires. There's a bare wire in there, sparking as it makes contact with an adjacent strut. Grab it. That's not something you can carry around. Put Zorkmid on wire. Doesn't go there.
What's in our inventory?
Oh, right,
Can,
right, okay.
can work. Put can back. Only. Place can on wire. I don't understand that. Return can. I don't
Put
understand
can
that.
on wire?
Yeah,
In
like-
wire?
Put can back, maybe?
I already tried that.
Okay.
Huh.
Doesn't go there.
Fuck it, try the paper.
Put paper in wires. That doesn't go there. Put the Zorkmid in wires. That doesn't go there. Is there
What
like...
fucking does go there?
I have an idea. Should I say it?
Yeah, go for it.
Maybe fix wire? I don't know how you want to fix that. Okay. Fix wire.
Maybe we can
with-
learn how.
That won't insulate the wire. Oh, wait.
Fuck! It's too long.
I know what to do now.
Hold on, don't tell me.
I won't, but it's
Ooh,
something
Ricky's
to
invested.
remember for a while back. The machine consists of a spigot aimed at a flat platform. A strip of electrical tape wafts from above the control panel on the base of the platform. Local currency. Place the can below the spigot. Unable to dispense local currency. Guess you're out. In can. That doesn't go there.
Okay, what is it, James?
Okay, the very top of the page below engine room, that paragraph there, reread that. There's an important hint in there. The machine consists of a spigot aimed at a flat platform. A strip of electrical tape wafts from above the control panel on the base of the platform. Taken.
Okay, I see. So...
Good thinking.
Examine wires. There's a bare wire in there. Marking 0. Fix wire with can and tape. Only certain as far as blah, 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 blah. I don't know. You wrap the tape around the bare wire, insulating it. Your score has gone up by 1 2/3 points. Awesome.
Yippee!